Got people on the internet talking about R. Kelly case is weak. Stop it. The case against R. Kelly is not weak. It's a crime and a shame. All of them should be embarrassed. R. Kelly will be found guilty in every case he's up against. He's not going to get away after that girl took the stand and said that was her on tape with R. Kelly. And at the time, she was underage. He's not going to get off that. He's not going to get off of her saying that he paid her and her parents for their silence. During his 2008 trial, she was staying at his house. He's not going to get off that. That's not weak. That's her truth. The only excuse you people got is they were volunteers. They told some lies. Yes, lies have been told, but everything is not a lie. Yes, they were wrong for getting up with that grown man. But it was R. Kelly's responsibility as a man to not go through with it. Put them in a place, take them to their parents. But because he has a problem, he indulged in inappropriate behavior with minors. There are no excuses for that. There's no way you can defend that. Regardless of the payoffs, the gifts, the extortion, the lies. Everything wasn't a lie. That's what's wrong with you people. You're so naive. That's what's wrong with R. Kelly. His arrogance. That's why he's sitting in jail now. His arrogance. R. Kelly should have took the plea deal when they offered it to him. R. Kelly should never have went to trial on none of these cases. R. Kelly should have took the plea deal coming through the door. He should have never gave those girls an opportunity to testify against him. He should have never gave anybody an opportunity to testify against him. He should have took a plea deal and had his lawyers to come out with a fast statement. That's what he should have did. But right now, he's sitting in jail on false hope. Yes, there have been some lies told on R. Kelly, but everything is not a lie. When y'all get through sitting on the internet, giving his real fans and possibly supporters false hope, the reality is that R. Kelly doesn't stand a chance. His case is not weak. Rashana Landfair coming forward to tell you all that that was her on tape with R. Kelly, and at the time she was underage, and he paid her and her parents for their silence. There's nothing weak about that at all. They hit R. Kelly with obstruction of justice, and her testimony proved their case. It doesn't matter what anybody else said. That will stick in the deliberation room. The tape wasn't altered. It wasn't doctored, regardless of how many copies were made, regardless of how many times he was extorted. R. Kelly and his co-defenders went out of their way to get that tape back because they knew that that girl was underage on that tape with R. Kelly. That's the only thing that matters. None of the lies mattered. The exaggerated lies mattered. Lisa Van Allen, wrong. There should be no immunity on the table for nobody. She should be sitting right beside R. Kelly. She too violated a minor. Regardless of the gifts and the money they took, that does not take away from R. Kelly violating minors. None of that matters. He got caught up. And it was only a matter of time. It's been, a long time coming. Because whatever's in the dark will come to light. God said so. There's no excuses for this. When you have people comparing him to Bill Cosby or Elvis Presley or anybody that has been tried, convicted in cases like this, you have no argument. You have no defense. It's just as simple. R. Kelly also married an underage kid. There's no defending that. I don't understand what's wrong with you people. Just because he can sing and write some hits, you all gonna look over the fact that he violating minors. And yes, those girls were wrong too. They engaged in inappropriate behavior with an adult. And some of them were standing right beside their parents when they did so. Azriel Clary parents knew what was going on. Some people suspected what was going on with their kid and R. Kelly. And when they found out, they didn't stop it. They just settled out of court. A lot of these cases are not new. They're old. But the fact of the matter is, they have come back in full circle because it needed to be done. This is not a case of, it could happen to your son or your husband or your uncle or your brother or your cousin or your friend. It can't happen if you don't put yourself in a position where it could possibly happen. R. Kelly did this to himself because he has a problem. And what makes it worse is he don't think he did anything wrong. Because according to him, he worked hard for his money. And he can pay people for their silence. That's what this case is saying. I paid them. So you all should let me go. I get a pass. That's not how this works. A lot of people don't understand the consequences of crimes. And that's what you have in people who are defending R. Kelly. Because regardless of the fact that they took the money, I said the same thing. They took the money. Shame on them. But my knowledge and perspective goes outside of that. Because although they did that, doesn't make it right. And doesn't mean R. Kelly is less guilty. Old ass people sitting on the internet talking about R. Kelly's whole sex life is on display. Stupid motherfucker, that's because he's being charged with violating children. Anybody that's out here violating children need to be exposed. Not sure what's so hard to comprehend about that. Truth be told, all of R. Kelly cases are disgusting. All of them should be embarrassed. These people are entangled in child porn, payoffs, extortions, homosexuality, STDs, abuse, illegal marriages, briberies, thefts, adultery, lies, drugging people, giving minors alcohol, urinating on minors, eating poop, encouraging minors to entice adults, violating minors, fights, threats, revenge, jealousy, fake pregnancies, leaked phone calls and emails, arson, child neglect. Then you have other goofy ass people sitting online talking about what they didn't see. They never saw him abuse those girls. He always showed them the utmost respect and spoiled them. He respected any and everybody that came in contact with him. Stop it. You won't see the abuse. He's not going to do that in front of you. If a man can talk you into a three-way, he has no respect for you. If a man can talk you into homosexuality, he has no respect for you. If a man violates you and pays you and or your parents and you take the money, he has no respect for you. Because you're showing him you have no respect for yourself and or your child. If you eating shit and getting pissed on, he has no respect for you. Stop it. R. Kelly strategically manipulated people for years behind closed doors. He ain't no public savage. He ain't no hard body. He in jail right now crying. Because he know he finna get some more time. And when you find a man that don't mind violating you or abusing you in public, that's a savage. He don't care about nothing and nobody, not even himself. He don't care about going to jail. He don't care about who you go get. Go get your brother. Go get your cousin. Go get your mama. Go get your daddy. That's a real savage. R. Kelly ain't no savage. R. Kelly ain't no hard body. R. Kelly softer than a love letter.